There is an epidemic of luxury car heists in the Cleveland area. Now, this may not be unique to the Cleveland area. In fact, I would allege that it isn't. But because we live here and because I own a luxury car dealer here, it's something that we are attuned to. And in the last probably 6 months, I would say, don't take that as gospel because my timeline as I age is becoming irrelevant.
It's weird.
But there's multiple articles here, actually all from News 5 Cleveland. I did not plan that, but they're the ones covering these, of exotic cars, luxury cars, not exotic, just luxury cars, stolen from different dealers in the last 6 months to a year. And some of them are dealers we know, and others are, well, one of them was stolen from Mazda of Kent, which is where we bought our Mazda CX-9. And I think our car was actually there in service when this theft happened.
Oh.
Thieves rammed a car through a showroom window. Wait, nope, this is a different article, but it's very similar.
There's just so many, Doug.
Yeah. In this one in Kent, they shattered a garage door in the service department, so it was also a glass door, and they broke in and stole multiple vehicles, drove out through the garage door. They stole a 2020 purple Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. No surprise there.
It's going to a takeover.
Yeah, and an Infiniti Q60. 15 minutes after the thefts, Stowe police said they attempted to stop the stolen cars, which were spotted at a gas station. Yeah, and Hellcats never met a gas station it didn't like. The officers pursued the cars. It wasn't that funny, but it was such a predictable joke. But the chase was called off when it reached nearly 100 miles an hour. Yeah, those cop cars are not built for that, and the Hellcats are. All right, another one. Recently, 4 high-end cars stolen from North Canton dealership. This is Jeff's Motor Cars, who's been around for quite a while. They were known for buying the 2 Vector M12s way back in the day.
Oh.
Yes.
Are they still there?
No.
Let's go steal
they
those.
Sold them a long time ago. Let's see. Thieves rammed a car through a showroom window and stole 4 high-end cars from a dealership in North Canton in the early morning hours just this past Friday. The following vehicles were stolen, according to News 5 Cleveland: BMW 760, BMW M2, X5, and an Audi S4. One of the vehicles were located. A few months ago, luxury car heist in Cleveland, Hertz family-owned dealership. Larchmere Imports has been around for years. And they were mostly a service business for high-end cars, and they started selling cars. But shortly after that, between 5:30 and 6 a.m., individuals broke into the dealership, found where the car keys were stored, and drove off with 3 expensive vehicles. Again, according to News 5 Cleveland, a white late model Land Rover, a gray BMW sedan, and a white convertible BMW. Now, this is, obviously, these are all within the last 6 months, but this has been a problem in Northeast Ohio. There's another article that says back in 2023, 11 men were indicted for a theft ring that stole 86 cars from 26 different Northeast Ohio dealerships. Most of them, let's see, there's 14 Dodge Challengers, 14 Mercedes-Benz, 12 BMWs, 10 Jeep Cherokees, and 7 Dodge Durangos. So, why does this matter? What can we learn?
Does this just happen more than I think, I guess? Has it always been like this?
2023 was a high for vehicle thefts, at least in Texas. In 2024, it decreased, but it is happening a lot, and there's a number of reasons. One, people need a car for street takeovers, man. You gotta have something that can do donuts. But at least in 2023, and I would allege that this is still happening, a lot of the vehicles that are being stolen are not stolen for the vehicles themselves, they're being used in different, often violent crimes. So it's part of a theft organization where they're stealing cars and using those cars to go out and commit other crimes like armed burglaries, etc. And it's typically part of a larger crime organization. And a lot of these thefts are being done by minors because they're typically first-time offenders if they get caught, which, as we see, they don't because they're stealing Hellcats. And I think it was maybe a year or so ago, speaking of Hellcats, somebody broke into a Chrysler Jeep dealer kind of out in the country in Newbury, I think it was, and stole 3 different Challengers, Hellcats, Chargers, and just drove them out through the showroom door. And led police on a chase. Police gave up. They got away because the local cops are not trained to deal with this stuff.
Yes.
But these vehicles are being used in other thefts, and it's part of a bigger organization. And the kids who are stealing these often don't really get anything more than a slap on the wrist. They're prosecuted as minors. They're not the ones that are perpetuating these crimes. They're just following orders. They're part of this larger crime ring. But there's a number of reasons or ways that they're doing these things. One, they're casing dealerships. So they're going to these dealerships, scoping out, looking for specific types of cars. If we look at the trend of what's being stolen, it's often late model luxury cars. Nobody's stealing a 2003 Porsche Boxster. Mostly because I think the thieves are scared about whether or not the IMS bearing has been replaced.
Oh, my God. They're like, I can't possibly take this if the rear main seal hasn't been done.
A lot of Mopars.
Mopar, no cart.
We got a Challenger 392 or something. I'm sorry. I just don't know about those cars because I don't care that much. But we got one of them on trade a while back. And I was like, guys, park 3 cars between the door and this car and hide the key.
Yeah.
People are taking them on test drives and cloning the key while they're on a test drive.
Nice.
Right? Wow. Or giving them back a fake key or whatever. They are apparently now, so I was talking to a police officer that was mentioning a theft where I think it was a Challenger was stolen from Hudson, Ohio car dealership, which was Ruby Automotive. And they said that they cloned the key just by being in the vicinity of the key box.
Whoa.
And they used whatever signal the key was putting off. This is above my pay grade.
Wow.
I drive manual transmission cars that don't have traction control. And they have an actual key.
Why did we have to get rid of the key?
Right.
Why did we have to make this all fancy technology?
But you now can buy an RFID blocking key safe so that people can't clone the key from a distance.
Oh, geez.
The fact that we even have to comprehend these things is nuts. But that's what they're doing. They're cloning the keys, or they're casing the dealership, finding out where the cars are parked, where the keys are, and they are in and out, gone before the cops can even arrive, right? So in the Mazda Kent incident, the cops surrounded the car dealership, but there was like nobody there.
They gone.
Good job. You surrounded the dealership, not the criminals.
So much more prevalent than I thought.
Yeah, it's scary as a car dealer owner, but at the same time, I feel a little bit insulated from it. One, because we don't have a forward-facing showroom. That's for years, people have said, I didn't know you were here. And I'm like, yeah.
That's on purpose.
That's on purpose. Most of that was because I didn't want tire kickers. Tire kickers are arguably more annoying than car thieves. But yeah, we stay under the radar for a reason. You can't see our cars. But this is a constant adaptation to try to keep up with the methods that they are using to steal cars. if you're selling late model cars anyway. Yeah. And this is why I feel more comfortable, because we're selling older cars. Almost none of our cars have this keyless go RFID crap in their keys. Again, I don't know about this stuff. I drive old cars, but it's definitely a problem. And it takes me back to the street takeover thing, because this is more than just people driving recklessly. A lot of these cars, a big percentage of those cars, are stolen cars.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't give a crap about them. They're ramming into each other. And we talked in a previous segment about DUIs and repeat offenders and needing to prosecute them more strictly. I think that's the same case here. Like, if these kids are teens, they need to be prosecuted as adults. There needs to be more reason for them not to do this stuff. I mean, it's tough, because I think about our insurance, right? Like, it is so difficult to get insurance as a high-end car dealer as it is. And we've had one claim in 20 years, and it makes it very difficult
really
to get insurance. And if, like, we have something like this happen, it's not just that these guys stole a car and went and joyrode it. It's like they're impacting our business for years, all of our employees, because if we can't get insurance again, we can't stay in business. So it's frustrating that not only do we have to try to just do a good business, but also deal with this kind of stuff and protect against it. Think like criminals all the time in order to not get hit by criminals. So, yeah, I don't know what the takeaway is from that. I don't know what the lesson is from that. It's just, it's an epidemic. It's a problem. I think the biggest thing is we just don't deal with late model Mopars. That's it.
There is a common thread. Yeah.
There is a little bit of common thread. Yeah. But we shouldn't have to avoid those things just because people are stealing cars. Anyway, speaking of high-end car dealers, that brings us to the props and flops of the week, brought to you by Switchcast.
And you know that Switchcast is the enthusiast dealership where we buy, sell, and consign only cars that we like ourselves. Check out our handpicked inventory at switchcars.com and mention Switchcast for special pricing. You can find more information online at switchcars.com, or you can come visit our showroom in Twinsburg, Ohio. Doug, what do we have for the pick of the week?
The pick of the week is a 2001 Mercedes E55 AMG.
Nice.
Probably immune from vehicle theft.
I think so.
5.4-liter V8, naturally aspirated. This is the car that if I could time travel and challenge the Cannonball record before Alex Roy and Dave Maher did, that's the car I would use. Endless torque. I think it is every bit as good as the supercharged one. It's a super clean example with only 60,000 miles. The only thing I don't like about this generation Mercedes is apparently they didn't know what a limited slip differential is, because it's not in any of their sports cars torque monsters. So I would like this car with a limited slip differential, but that's my only complaint.
These things look so good.
They do look so good.
Wow.
Baller. Washed up mafia mobile. If you used to be in the mafia, not anymore, not a big deal anymore, but you still want to feel that, buy an E55 AMG. Our flop of the week, an SSC, that's Shelby Supercars, or is it Shelby Sports Cars? I forget.
But it's not at all related to...
No, it's not related to Carroll Shelby. That's why they're SSC. The Ultimate Arrow, which was their quote-unquote record-breaking supercar. It broke the McLaren F1's record for the top speed for a street-legal production car. However, there was a lot of controversy over whether or not those cars were ever really street legal, because I don't think they ever became EPA compliant. So there's a lot of drama back there. But anyway, an owner of one was so fed up with his car and with SSC as a company, donated the car to a racetrack with the caveat that the car be completely and utterly destroyed. So they used a monster truck and a mechanical dragon and crushed this car so that it could never be rebuilt.
Wow. Somebody's got some anger.
I'd say so.
I mean,
that whole company, that whole project was kind of a flop. That's a weird way to take out your angst against a company. But hey, man, if you have got enough money, then I can see how the car may have represented to him. Every time he looked at it, he thought of the bad experience. I can understand that.
I guess.
Cathartic.
Also just sell it.
Might not be anyone who wants it. I don't know. Our prop of the week, which I'm renaming our score of the week this week, on collectingcars.com, an Aston Martin Vanquish S with a Works 6-speed manual conversion was sold. It's a U.S. spec car, left-hand drive, so it could have been brought back to the U.S. I would allege that it probably is going to be. Anyway, it sold on Collecting Cars a few days ago for 67,000 British pounds sterling, which is about 97 grand USD, including their fees. So about 105K landed here in the US after shipping and duty, which that would have been the buy for my Scotland trip if I wanted to actually make a profit, although I might not have ended up selling it. Because a last year Vanquish S with an Aston Martin Works 6-speed manual conversion.
So beautiful. Good.
So good. I should have bought it anyway. However, I stopped bidding on it because during the auction, a V12 Vantage manual in blue over purple is on Bring a Trailer, and I didn't want to accidentally win both.
Has that V12 Vantage ended?
No. I am the high bidder, praying that instead of buying into the hype of rare colors, people will look at it and go, ew, that's blueberry over plum. Why would I want that disgusting color combo? I don't think that'll actually happen. It's probably going to go for 50% more than a black one because people are all obsessed over rare colors now, even if they don't even like those rare colors because they want to brag to other people about having rare colors. But
holy moly.
You're supposed to hate it, Tyler.
No, this is cool.
It's not cool. Say it's awful.
Nah, this is terrible. Who would buy such a thing? Sorry, I can't keep the... Sorry.
Yeah.
Purple seats.
Ew. Yeah, purple seats. It's odd, but I love it.
No, I really like it.
I do love it. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to win it. Probably not. But I didn't want to own both Aston Martins. But hopefully somebody got a great deal. Well, somebody did get a great deal on the Vanquish S manual. I kind of have a feeling we'll see it on the market again by a dealer in the U.S. in 30 to 60 days. Thank you for joining us for Switchcast with Doug Tabbitt and Tyler Sanders, produced by Ethan Huffnagel. Switchcast is an automotive entertainment and opinion show, and nothing we say should be taken very seriously. We do not give tax, investment, legal, emotional, or professional advice, and the only licenses we hold are driver's licenses. The opinions expressed on this show are exclusively held by the people pontificating at that moment and do not reflect the values of our producers or sponsors. Our theme music is provided by Emily and Ivory. You can stream their full album on Spotify or SoundCloud. If you like this show, you can stream it in its entirety on your favorite audio podcast platform. Check out switchcast.live for more info.